Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Isle of Man in the UK. This is John and Mike's MMA Corner.
Thank you very much for joining us, Cody. You are throwing down against one Oscar Valdez at the Shamrock FC card coming up. It's going to be a good way to start off the new year. Start off 2016 with a good fight. You're on a 2-fight win streak from what I can register. You know, you obviously had a yummy salad for your Christmas dinner. But how's everything going right now then? You must be feeling pretty awesome.
Yeah, I feel great right now. I've been training twice a day between ATTHD and brass boxing and feeling good. Feeling good. Didn't really have to eat a salad for Christmas dinner. I got to eat a full meal. So, training's going good and everything like that. So I'm feeling good.
And with Shamrock FC, they've put this matchup together, and I like the matchup itself. When I looked into it a lot more between yourselves, it's stylistically, and also they've got two guys who are really competitive fighters. I think you and Oscar could really put on a fight of the night, really, from the looks of it, anyway, on paper.
For sure. I don't really know too much about him, except that he's super tough and he's never been finished. But I'm looking to change that next weekend. So I'm a tough guy myself, and like you said, I'm very very competitive. I don't like to lose, and I like to take it to guys. So.
Well, I was about to say, I wonder if you've seen how you don't know that much about him. He's got a bit of a more skill set in the submission game, it seems. 4 of his 5 wins are via submission. So is that maybe, I don't know if your coaches maybe looked into this, is this something you've looked to address to, maybe just to maybe keep it on the feet and also work specifically on certain defenses for submission attempts?
No, not at all. We train as if we're fighting anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. I believe that you don't really have a game plan. You train. You train for everybody. You need to make sure you're well rounded in every position. That way, no matter where the fight goes, you're ready for it.
And with your fight record, 2015 was it went pretty well for you. You came back this year to obviously take on Oscar. What's your goals, or have you got like little ideas of where you want to be by the end of this year after this fight with Oscar?
For sure. Where I want to be is I really want to be with Bellator. I hear everyone say they want to make it to the UFC. Great. Eventually, yeah. I want to end up in the UFC like everybody else does. But I love Bellator. I think they have very tough, well-rounded fighters, and they're in the top elite too. Just like Strikeforce was. Look at all the champions in the UFC now. They're all coming from Strikeforce, and I think that if Bellator ever merged with the UFC, it'd be the same thing. I think the Bellator guys are just as tough as the UFC guys, and I think they're overlooked a lot.
I was going to say
that's where I'd like to aim for is really to be in the top elite of Bellator by the end of the year.
I think you're right there. In 2015, Bellator really did make a move in a positive direction, I think, and especially with, I hate to say it, but with the way the pay works, and the way you can generate money. If you're a what's the word I'm looking for?
A fighter,
a motivated fighter outside of the cage as well. In promoting yourself and whatever, then your opportunity to make good money is there in Bellator as well.
For sure. That's really what it comes down to. Unless you have a full-time sponsor or anything, as a fighter, I tried actually quitting fighting last year, and then the owner of my company and my wife and everybody sat me down and told me that they really want me to go for it in 2016. So, luckily I got them they're sponsoring me year-round and stuff and helping out with things. So, I still have to hustle, though. As a fighter, you still have to be out there hustling. That way you can pay for your gas to get to the gym, pay for your gas to get wherever you need to go, your gym membership, stuff like that. So, you really got to look for who's going to pay you best right now. So.
Yeah, and what I like with being with Shamrock is that relationship, like we said, mentioned Bellator, with the relationship they've got there. Jesse's got that thing with Scott, and if you get that title shot within Shamrock and you defend it, you get a contract with Bellator. But also, I can imagine if Scott Coker sees talent within the fighters anyway, before they even get to the championship belt, he might obviously, there'll be that kind of connection there with Jesse where he'll say, look, I think he's already got that X factor. I want to bring him in already. I'll nurture him. I won't just throw him to the lions straight away. And I'd like to bring him in and make him a product himself, a star within Bellator, build him up through the ranks. So I think it's a possibility that in 2016 that we'll see a lot of that happening with Bellator.
For sure. Like I said, I think Bellator is overlooked a lot, and that's where I'd like to see myself by the end of 2016 is having a contract with Bellator. I don't mind being thrown to the wolves or anything. I'm here to fight, and that's what we're gonna do. There's fighters, people that want to be fighters, and I consider myself a very tough fighter. So.
Yeah, it's and to be honest, it is handy if you're fighting within a promotion like John said, where you've got that good relationship, because it works both ways. Sometimes I'm not saying with yourself, but sometimes fighters do make the leap too soon, and it's nice to be able to sort of come back, and then you can always leap again, sort of thing. Whereas we have seen in the past that some people won't get touched just purely because of the promotions they've chose to fight with in the past, and if you choose to go one way, then they don't tend to they won't take you in another direction. If you, without mentioning too many names, but if I'm sure everyone's following what I'm on about.
For sure. You also got to, like you said, you also got to be smart about what you do. So
yeah. But there are certain promotions that do work well with each other, and I think you're with a couple of, you're mentioning two good promotions there, so
you will be fine. I think obviously now with this fight against Oscar. What did I say, Carlos? Oscar Valdez. Now, it's like I say, so Shamrock are starting to make improvements as well within themselves. They're starting to get also the what's the word I want to say? They're getting the brand out to people. No, they're getting the brand out in television wise. They're speaking to other companies. They're getting on board this online streaming. That's what they're trying to do. So it also, I think, helps if you're fighting on that card like yourself to really make yourself a fan base already. Starting to get that kind of attention and notoriety, which will obviously attract. If you can get the names you can get people following you, talking about you. That as well is a big part. So for you, like you say, you want to make 2016 a big year. You're really making a good stab at it. You're really setting yourself up well with the possibilities that Shamrock are offering.
For sure.
So do you know about these TV deals that they're looking to do?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you know about the TV deals that they're looking to do?
No, I haven't really. This is actually gonna be my first fight with Shamrock, so I never really. Don't want to say I've heard about Shamrock, but I've never fought for him or anything. So I never as a fighter, I always paid attention to myself and not my surroundings and stuff like that of other fighters coming up and stuff like that, and just looking to fight. So I've never really listened to what they have to say or anything like that, because usually I'm focused on what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a busy enough job in itself, isn't it? Trying to.
Yeah, for sure.
And keep a family life down, sorted or.
Yeah, I was about to say, because you're training twice a day for this as well, getting yourself prepped. So it sounds like you're taking that kind of professional attitude and work ethic into this fight, going with the two sessions a day. Do you then, with these 2 sessions a day that you're doing, are you just purely doing mixed martial arts training? Are you doing like your boxing, your wrestling, etc., or are you doing strength and conditioning separate? How are you balancing this all out, though?
It's a little bit of everything. Like on Wednesday, all I focus on Wednesday is strength and conditioning. But on Monday mornings, I go in for MMA strength and conditioning with LC and Jason High over at ATTHD. And we go through an hour and a half, 2 hour workout of just MMA strength and conditioning. And then from there, I usually shoot over and do a bag class with Austin Ford at Brass Boxing. And then after that, I go back to HD for sparring Monday nights. And then on Tuesday, I come in, I do straight boxing, and then after that, I go back to ATT HD at night and work on strict wrestling. So, I mean, we focus on everything, and when we're focusing on that, it's only that. So
you must love Mondays.
I love Mondays, but I also I love grappling and wrestling and stuff. So I mean, I haven't wrestled in a long time, and I'm starting to get back into it. So it's really good. I like it.
Yeah, that kind of work ethic that wrestlers have and the training they do, it is kind of now getting a bit of the notoriety and the recognition that it is possibly one of the hardest training sessions that you do, the hardest grind that you can have in exercise and basically the mental strength that you put yourself through.
For sure, yeah. I mean, I don't think I wrestle. Something my wrestling coach said when I wrestled in high school. I only wrestled my senior year, but he made a statement to me that said nothing in life is harder than wrestling, and I haven't found a workout or anything that's harder than wrestling. So I mean, that saying sticks with me, especially when I'm working out. So.
You want to try doing CrossFit? Your back will tell you that's the hardest workout it's ever had. You know, all the people that get hurt now.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Oh no, we won't slate on CrossFit too much. I could be there all day with that. Cody, yeah, you're like I say, you're fighting on the Shamrock FC card. You're taking on Mr. Oscar Valdez. I'm certain from what it looks like on paper, it's going to be a potential fight of the night for people to tune into. And again, like I said, Jesse is doing the deals to make it easier for people to stream around the world. So jump on the Shamrock FC website to watch this fight. Why should people tune in to watch you fight anyway? Cody, why should people watch you fight then? Why should we watch you fight against...
sorry, cut out for a second.
No, it's okay.
It's gonna be an exciting fight. I mean, I'm a fighter that a lot of people want to watch. I mean, usually when I'm fighting, I usually bring 100 or more people to the fight to watch me fight. I'm very entertaining, and I think Oscar is too. So I think that it possibly could be fight of the night, and I think it's a fight that no one wants to miss. A lot of scrambling, a lot of moving, so it'll be fun.
Sounds good.
And Cody, what about have you got any social media stuff that people can jump onto to give you a follow and that stuff on, mate?
You can find me on Facebook. It's Cody CP Peterson is all I really do. I mean, I have a Twitter and stuff, but I don't really get on Twitter. Kind of fell out of that. So I mean, I just stick with Facebook. So I mean, if people want to follow me, they're more than welcome to follow me on Facebook at Cody CP Peterson. They can find me. So.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Jump on, give Cody a follow, and join him on this big, massive 2016. And it sounds like he's going to go for. I'm sure you're going to bring it. What about? Have you got any sponsors? Like you said before, your work and stuff. Do you want to give a shout out to them?
For sure. Big shout out to Central GC Construction and also Columbia Exteriors. They really helped me out a lot making the choices that I've made. Big shout out to my wife. My wife chasing the dream with me, so that's hard. You know, you got to have family involved with that to be able to do that. And then I also got like Ever Ready Services, that shampoo carpets, Brass Boxing, ATT HD, and I mean I have a couple more I can go on for days. So there's a lot of tremendous people that are helping me that I appreciate a lot. So.
That sounds awesome. Sounds like you got a lot of support there and a lot of belief as well. It's great to hear. You mentioned your gyms there. Do you want to give any props to your coaches and specific sparring partners that help you out in that?
For sure. All my sparring partners, for sure, and everyone I work with. Big shout out to Austin Ford out here at Brass Boxing, and then Jason Hine and LC out at ATT HD. I mean, those guys, really helped me out and help me stay on track with my conditioning. And then, like I said, my wife, I need to thank the most, just because she has dinner ready for me when I come home. She puts up with my stinkiness, my sweatiness, and with the weight cut. we're not pleasant during our weight cuts, so she always deals with that. So I got to thank her for that. So.
Good, yeah, good man. Getting the brownie points in. Good move. Good move.
You can sleep with both eyes closed tonight.
Yeah, Cody. We never say on the show. We never say good luck. We say have a great fight, have a great weekend, and enjoy every moment of it.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.